Hey everybody, welcome back to the UIS and welcome back to the second gun unboxing video I've done this week. Make sure you donate so I can make more. Unlike my last gun unboxing video for the Beretta 92FS stainless steel, this gun I've never had. I've never had a chance to use it. Hopefully I like it. I've never fired a gun like it, never held a gun like it. It is an AR-15 M4 by Palmetto Arms, as you can see behind me. I'm going to go over to the workstation. Why don't you guys follow me over there? And we're back. This layout, as you can kind of see, is not taking up as much room on the screen. Kind of had to zoom out since it's going to be a much bigger work area than we used to do with the keyboards and the other guns that I've, toyed around with here at the workstation. I've removed the box from the workstation for right now, and let's go ahead and start pulling some stuff out. Now, due to some YouTube rules, there's a lot of stuff I can't talk about, can't promote. You can see from Palmetto State Armory. I'm not really going to give any more information about that. If you want more information, you can find it. So with a little video editing, a little movie magic, if you will, we have unboxed the entire thing. If you look for a moment, if you look at the firearm on the AR-15 Smart Mat, you'll see a specific kind of AR-15. And I have purchased pretty much the closest I could find to being this exact gun. Not just because it's on this, but because I really do like how this look and everything about it. So I wanted to have this gun. So let's see what we can find out about it. Okay, we'll open up the little Ziploc, scan for user manual. We have a 30 round magazine, which is completely in line with YouTube's rules. They don't like you really showing off or talking much about anything with a higher capacity than 30. And I'm not just saying that, as you can see right there. Mag 30, rifle magazine, 556 x45 NATO or 223 Remington. It can fire either caliber. They're not the same caliber. It's barreled, I guess. It can take the more powerful 556, but it can also fire the 223, which is about the same size, I guess, but less powerful. If it was chambered for 223 and you tried to shoot a 556 out of it, you could have a problem. But as you can see right there, you can zoom in if you want. All right, so we got our magazine. Like most guns, come with the handy dandy gun lock, California special. You see here we have our carrying handle, which is of course detachable. I think they have these little setups you can buy at like Academy where you can sort of set your gun up while you work on it. I don't have that, so we're just gonna have to make do with what we have. All right, perfect. Not sure if it should go up one or if right there is fine. I'm just gonna leave it there for now. You see, you got some factory oil, which I'm gonna have to give this thing a thorough cleaning to get rid of all of that. See right here, you have your fire and your safety. It's on safety right now. It's on fire right now. Back to safety. On this AR-15 field strip disassembly smart mat, it shows how to completely field strip this. And I'm going to want to clean this thoroughly. So I think we're going to go ahead and field strip it right now. Safety first, make certain there's no ammunition in the cleaning area. There is none. Remove the magazine if possible. Open the action. Inspect visually and by touch to make sure the chamber and magazine are empty. Only clean firearms in a well-lit and well-ventilated area. Check, check, and check. Okay. See visually there's nothing in the chamber. Of course, there is no magazine. All right, so we got step one, pull rear takedown pin, and then lift upper from lower. And someone in an earlier live stream, I believe it was my old pal Ken Smith, wanted me to make sure there was no rattling between the upper and lower. Not a sound. Not a sound. So thank you for that, Ken. All right, so let's take this pin out. Okay, give it a little bit of help there to poke it on through. Steps 1 and 2 are complete. Okay, this is, aside from step 1 and 2, this is number 2. Pull charging handle partially to the rear. That's this guy right here. Okay. Slide bolt carrier group to the rear, then remove. Okay. Removed. Remove charging handle from upper. Okay, it is removed. All right, so this part is taken down as far as I'm comfortable with taking it down. And that's as far as this mat explains. That said, this will be taken down even farther. Remove firing pin, retaining pin. So that guy right there. All right, even got a little area to put it right there, number 5. All right, remove firing pin. All right, there comes the firing pin. Right there in number 6. All right, let's see. Step 2 and step 1. Rotate bolt cam pin 90 degrees. Lift cam pin to remove. Okay. Okay, now let's rotate this 90 degrees to get it out. Might need to use a screwdriver here just to nudge it a bit. Come on. There we go. And out it comes. So that will go right there, number 7. And then remove bolt from bolt carrier. Right there. And I'd say pretty good for not having a bunch of experience doing this. I will go ahead and clean this gun. I'm not going to go crazy with all the nooks and crannies with, a Q-tip and all the crazy stuff that we could do. I've got some gun oil rags, pre-moistened gun rag, and I'm going to use that to sort of just get the manufacturer's grease off of it, get it a good once over, wipe all the excess off, and then we're going to put it back together. So bear with me while I get some materials. All right, so I'm going to be using Otis Technology all-in-one 085 firearm wipes. Clean, lubricate, protect. So yeah, I've used these before. They're adequate. Nice little cloth here so I can just wipe off any excess. Okay, and I'm very serious about having never really used a gun like this, never fired one, never handled one. So some who may be a little bit more knowledgeable than me might be laughing at me for doing what I'm doing or not doing something. Please bear with me. I am new to this gun, and so I might be cleaning something that might seem silly. Like I see what I'm doing now. I see I am oiling where the magazine goes. That's not really going to be necessary. I'm going to wipe that down. I'm going to wipe it off. So, and you never know where any of this, factory lubrication, where this factory grease might have dripped. I definitely want to make sure that I get all of that stuff off of here. Once I clean all the stuff I can't really access when it's assembled, I'll put it back together once I get all that cleaned and lubricated, and then I will, clean the barrel out once it's, all together. I usually wear gloves when I do this, but I just sort of forgot. We're not using gloves. I noticed this pin was kind of hard to come out, very hard, so maybe it could do with a little bit of oiling as well. Just so long as it doesn't accidentally just fall out. We don't want that. No, we don't want that at all. I do have proper gun cleaning tools, but I'm not going to break all that out right now. Just going, like I said, just Just trying to get some of that factory grease off and just give it a nice thin coat of my own. We'll be taking it out shooting with it on Christmas Eve. So 2 more days. You know, there's nothing wrong with shooting a firearm on YouTube. So I'll take a video. Of course, just can't live stream it. All right, now we're going to work on the internal workings. I don't know the terminology for everything of this stuff right now. I believe this is called the bolt carrier. No, remove bolt from bolt carrier. Yeah, okay, so this is the bolt carrier. Okay, yeah, bolt carrier group takedown. That's what these 5 pieces represent, is the bolt carrier group. Excellent. Again, bear with me if I'm oiling something I shouldn't. These will not be as oiled as they seem right now once I take the rag and wipe everything down, get rid of any excess. I did notice there was quite a bit of gunk on this from the factory, so definitely want to just get rid of all of that. I do have a separate gun cleaner as well, solvent or, you know, some sort of liquid, and separate gun oil. Yeah, here's what I have been using. Ultima Lube, Wilson by Wilson Combat. But again, I'm not using that right now, just using good old Otis. And historically, when I get into a gun and really, you know, make it my own, as I plan to do with this AR-15, I will be more knowledgeable about all the inner workings. And I know that this gun really does come apart much, much more than I have shown here. I understand that this type of gun is like, you know, the Lego kit of guns. There's so many things you could add and remove and customize. And I really am looking forward to that. All right, so I think I am done oiling this up. And I'm just move these out here. I'm gonna maybe wipe off some of this excess. I'm gonna get rid of everything. Just like I said, just get rid of any kind of excess gunk. All right, let's see how good I am at following reverse directions. The last thing I did was take this out. So make sure this thing fits either way. Fits that way. Aha, it does not fit this way. So that is something is good to know. Okay, let's get that in there. All right. So this was facing the other way. Just borrow this for a moment here. Okay, so now we have this rotated 90 degrees, which will allow this to go back in. There we go. And now this needs to, there we go, pull back into there so that now I may put this firing pin, retaining pin back in. And in it goes all the way. Okay, I'm satisfied that this is put back together exactly the way it was. Let me see, what would be the best way to go about doing this? Guess I should wipe this down a little bit too. I figured this right here should be the best vantage point for everyone. All right, so now this was, okay, like that. See if I can manage this one-handed. All right, now this is going to hook on like that. Like that. So put this in. There we go. Now this will go to meet it. Back in there. I'll put the magazine in, which you guys can see is completely unloaded. Very nice. Right here is the magazine release right there. Beautiful. All right, so that is just about going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little look at my PSA, which is Palmetto State Armory, PA-15 16-inch Nitride M4 Carbine 5.56 NATO Classic AR-15 rifle, black. Please, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Go ahead and ring that bell to receive all notifications of whenever I go live or release another video. Please like the video. Give me a comment. I love answering comments. The only reason I wake up in the morning. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.